Hi, this is Jen Grinnell, and this is Module 1, Determining Your Baseline. So we'll start with a client story. This is a client that came to me wanting some help with losing weight. Many people like this client talk about how they're overwhelmed with so much information about nutrition and healthy habits that they don't know where to start. So many people are unfamiliar with principles of healthy eating. They don't know much about what are nutritious foods. They don't know about vegetables, and they're overwhelmed with the thought of where to begin. So the purpose of this module is to help you to start with determining a baseline and mapping out your journey, helping you to accept a long-term approach with realistic expectations. So many times it's overwhelming, and that prevents many people from starting their own journey. So we want to break this down for you to help you avoid getting overwhelmed and quitting before you start. Before we dive in, I want you to think about one area of your day, one habit that you think is holding you back from meeting your health and wellness goals. Think about one area that you want to start working on to start your journey. Remember that this is a long-term journey and not a quick fix. We want to build on healthy habits over time. Taking one healthy habit and working on that until it becomes routine, and then layering on healthy habits over time to help you meet your long-term goals. So we'll start by looking at the CLEAN acronym. The CLEAN acronym stands for consistency, liquids, eating out, adequate calories, and nutritious foods. Each of these areas, when we look at these, will help us to establish our baseline and determine a place to start. So let's look at these different areas more individually. The C stands for consistency of eating and timing throughout your day. So think about a sample day of eating. I want you to go into detail and include, when does breakfast, lunch, or dinner happen? What types of foods and how much of these foods do you eat? Do you have snacks throughout your day? When do these snacks happen? So take a look at the entire day and think about, when do you eat throughout the day? All right, liquids is the L in the CLEAN acronym. Liquids include water, alcohol, coffee, along with what gets added to your coffee. So on an average day, ask yourself, what beverages do you drink throughout the day? How much water do you drink? What about coffee or caffeinated beverages? What time do you drink those things? If you are drinking coffee, what goes into your coffee? Many of us don't realize the added sugars and creamers and what that does to our nutritious content of our coffee. Also look at if you consume alcohol in your day. How much do you consume? At what time of the day do you drink that? And is it every day? The E stands for eating out. Where do you go? How often? So in an average week, ask yourself, how often are you eating out? What types of restaurants do you eat out? Is it a sit-down restaurant? Is it with healthy foods? Or are you going to a fast food restaurant? What types of foods do you usually get? The A in the CLEAN acronym stands for adequate calories. Have you ever logged or tracked your food? If yes, how many calories do you consume a day? Do you feel like you eat enough food or too much food based on your activity level? The N in the CLEAN acronym stands for nutritious foods. We're looking here at how familiar you are with foods that are high in protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Are you familiar with balanced plates, or a concept called the plate method? What nutritious foods do you currently eat? Are you familiar with fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats? Do you have any food allergies or foods that you absolutely don't like? All right, so after going through the CLEAN acronym, we want to look at your average day. So in order to help you determine your baseline and look at a place to start, we want to map out your day from start to finish. So again, we're going to look at, are you already eating 3 meals a day? Or is there an area where you're maybe skipping breakfast or having a prolonged period of time where you're not eating? What do snacks look like for you? Is it a small snack in between meals, or are they larger quantities of processed foods towards the end of the day? What do snacks look like? When do you get up? When do you go to sleep? On average, how many hours do you sleep? How active are you? What time of the day do you typically get a workout in? Also, going along with this, with your job, is it sedentary or are you active at your job? What are some stressful times of your day when nutrition sometimes suffers? We're all human and we have different stressors, and sometimes we turn to food when we feel stressed. What are some easy times of your day where things are feeling more effortless and easier to dial in? All right, so after we go through this module, we've come up with some resources to help you determine your baseline. There's a CLEAN worksheet that will go through the CLEAN acronym, and an average day worksheet to help you look at your average day. We want you to fill these out to help determine your baseline and kickstart your own nutrition journey. Your next steps, we want you to post to the group or share with your coach one aspect of the CLEAN acronym you want to start working on. One part of your average day that you want to help start to improve. This will help with getting you started on your own nutrition journey.